Guys, welcome back. We're going to do A Righteous First for Vengeance, issue number 4. It's comics made by Rick Remender, Andre Araujo, if I'm saying that correctly. Still have a lot of questions because of this book. This book is not giving you much. And with much, I mean, what's going on? And this is the same, but the visual storytelling is fantastic. So let's dive in. So we have in Chinatown a couple of guys, and they are in Sonny's, that's the protagonist, the Chinese guy. And why I'm saying Sonny, well, I just looked it up what his name was because it's not in a comic somehow, maybe later. And they are, I don't know, going through his computer, and they recognize the files. And this guy calls someone. Well, he's getting a heroin shot, I guess, from, I believe, a prostitute, could be wrong. And it seems that they know the guy. And again, this is all very cryptic. It's all mysterious. They talk about stuff that I have no clue what this is all about. And then this guy says suddenly, it's maybe a job for him. Who is him? I don't know. Given the style, I mean, he says. He's activated. But you want to get there before he does. I prefer this new wrinkle to be iron clean. Okay, somehow I believe Sonny is mixed in some kind of affairs that he shouldn't poke his nose in. And these guys are, finding out who is poking in their nose. No, that's saying I'm not wrong. You know what I mean. So I don't know who this is, what he does, but I believe he's one of those people that do a hit jobs or make the contracts for the hit jobs. I'm just guessing. I'm not sure. But meantime, in the last issue, this woman wants to get her son back in the apartment where she, fleeing from because there was a guy and he's dead. And Sonny gives her advice and said, hey, he still could be there. And then she ignores his how do you say, his warnings, and she's going out anyway. But he says, I don't have a weapon. No way to protect you. That's not a plan. It's just a list of the problems. Do you have a solution? He says, well, he doesn't say anything. So he goes out and he runs after her. And there is a guy sitting here in the car. What's with the resolution? Just give me a sec. Well, come on, man. That's weird. It doesn't focus. That's better. Anyway, and he just goes in, and she goes into her home, and her son Xavier is very touching, and you see the panic in her eyes, and that's what I mean with visual storytelling. Although the character models is not really that fantastic at some point. I mean, this is just all like this, mostly, when it comes to panic. And it looks samey, but at the same time, there's a lot of going on here. So he picks up the weapon, and he says, now I have the solution. She says, no, that's just a new problem. Yeah, that's true. But like I said, the storytelling when it comes to narrative is very minimalistic, and Rick Remender does that, of course, deliberately, because he wants to tell a story in a different way, which means visualizing. So they get into this Honda Civic, and I believe there's a 98. I got a 1988 Honda Civic once upon a time, and this is exact the same model. So we see this guy, and this guy was from the first issue. And well, who is this? Well, we don't know, but Sonny bumped into this guy in a grocery store, and they have a chit chat, because of the bumping into each other. And they go their separate ways, and then Sonny figured out that he could be a killer. And now he's there recording them. He says, go. And it's all very, how do you say, very, there is a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? that people are, getting chased, and it's very kinetic. It's very fast paced. There's every page here. There's something going on. So, like I said, this guy is driving after them, and he tried to get away, and then they are almost hit a homeless guy here, and it looks fantastic. And what is this woman here doing? I didn't even see her because of my focus is here, right? And then I just looked a little bit further because I love all these details here. This looks fantastic. And so he almost hits this homeless guy. I believe he's a homeless guy. I'm not entirely sure. And he started yelling at him. He said, "What are you doing? Son of a bitch." And she says, "Come on, reverse, get out." But then this guy is already behind him. And so they can go nowhere. And he started yelling at him. And like I said, there's a lot of panic and haste in this particular scene, right? It goes. It's just a chase scene from an action movie, like a John Woo movie. This is perfect. This perfectly resembles those action scenes. So this guy is just recording, and the homeless guy is beating on the car like they are shouting in his ear. I mean, if I'm just the driver, I would go crazy with all of the things going on. The stress almost kills me. So he goes out, and he has a knife. And then Sonny says, "Run!" So the mother and the son is running, and Sonny says, "Drop the knife now." And but he doesn't do that. So he runs after them. And Sonny wants to shoot them, but it says that it's it's a little bit dark, but it says here that it's on the safety mode. This is fantastic. I mean, Sonny is such a doofus. But he's not a military guy. He doesn't have any knowledge about weapons, so of course it doesn't work. It's jamming because of the safety. So while the mother and son are fleeing, this guy is gaining, and then they are turning some kind of a corner or into an alley. I'm not sure why. And of course it's a dead end. So they want to get over the fence, and he's coming closer and closer and closer. And then he grabs a leg and pulls it down. But then Sonny comes before he can do anything. And now it's getting interesting. So what happens is that he is talking, and he is receiving lines that Sonny said to him in issue 1 in the grocery store when he bumped into him accidentally. Because these are the lines that Sonny said. "Jesus Christ, has everyone in the city gone blind? Watch where you're going." He says, "What?" "That was an asshole move. Sorry, mate. It's been a shit day. They can't sneak up on you." he's a loony. And then this happens. He's knocked out, and they are getting away. It's just great stuff that she is not a helpless woman. Just she's a badass. I love it. And so they are getting away, and you see this homeless guy, and he says, "Good riddance" or something. And then there's another car that's almost hitting him. And he says, "What is this? A parade of assholes?" And then this guy shows his badge. I'm not sure if he's police or FBI or maybe another organization. And this guy backs down a little, said, "Hey, there's a Chinese guy that almost killed me. Came speeding in, tried to run over me. Where? Went off that way." And he goes after him. And, we only see this at the end. So I believe, I guess, I'm not sure what this is. Is this a bounty? Is this a job? Is this a hit? I don't know, but it intrigues me a lot. And it leads off, of course, into the next issue. More ads. This is the cover. Yeah, it's getting better and better. But like I said, I really don't have any. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, and I want to, and the fact that this comic keeps me intrigued and on my toes because of all of the storytelling in a visual way is so incredibly good that I want to know what's going on into the next issue, into the next issue, into the next issue. So I hope it pays off. But like I said in earlier comics, Rick Remender, he's really good when it comes to writing. So I think he can pull this off. But for now, there's, I believe, 10, 12 comics maybe. So I get half of them right now, and the rest is on the way. Let's see where this is going. Guys, let me know what you think about this. Is this good? Do you know it? Do you want it? Do you hate it? Leave a comment and a like my video and stuff. You know the gist. I don't have to tell you. Subscribe to Darksiders Comics for daily updates. Okay, I'm rambling now. Let's quit. See you later.